Yo tout le monde. J'espère que vous allez bien. Bon allez, on va se faire notre deuxième affaire, le train fantôme. Déjà que la première j'ai bien galéré, alors le train fantôme. Et je sens que je vais encore plus galérer. Si je dois inculper un fantôme, c'est la merde. Un petit peu de monster. Et comme ça, on est parti. Continue. Monsieur Holmes.
This trip to the countryside will be good for you, Holmes.
Hmm.
As your friend and your doctor, I really do recommend that you give yourself a complete change of scene. Fresh air, brisk walks, bird watching, chopping wood.
Sounds intolerable. I mean, certainly it sounds delightful.
But you haven't yet told me who your friend is, the one we're going to visit.
He is a bee lover.
A bee lover? Do you mean that he keeps bees? That must be Mrs. Hudson, bringing the warm cloth that I requested.
There is someone to see you, Mr. Holmes.
I have no time. Send whoever it is away.
Yes, Holmes, I really think we ought to leave now.
Putain, je sens mal. Mr. Holmes.
Mycroft.
Sherlock.
Oh.
Oh, Mr. Holmes? Perhaps you don't remember me. I'm Dr. Watson. We met at the Diogenes Club a few years ago. I documented our encounter in a short story I gave the title The Greek Interpreter.
He does remember you, Watson. My brother remembers everything, and that is why he is so valuable to the government.
We're about to depart for the train station.
I know.
You know?
Sherlock, I need your help. There are people who presently threaten both our country and the crown itself. You must help us with those methods of yours.
Need help. Those are not words I would readily associate with you, Mycroft.
I wrote you a letter, but you did not reply. And this is not about politics. It's about people. People similar to those whom you pretend to defend in your petty detective affairs.
Everything is about politics with you, Mycroft. I'm not interested. Have some of your agents, your spies, or worse, undertake this job of yours. You are defending your people, and they have little to do with the people I choose to help, I can assure you.
That is the point. You think exactly as they do.
Who are they?
The Merry Men. He is talking about the Merry Men, a band of idealistic terrorists.
Sherlock, do please think about it. They are planning something diabolical. Your country needs you.
You need me, Mycroft, and you are not the country. Although if your waistline expands very much further...
Mort de rire.
Mrs. Hudson, tea will not be necessary. Dr. Watson, the train conductor, Mr. Parker, is aware that you will be 7 minutes late. You are in the 4th car. The train will be waiting for you. Sherlock, enjoy your time in Staffordshire. And do, please, at least write to me on your return.
On va passer des vacances, tu sais qu'on va aller. Qu'est-ce que c'est ça? Harpon. Encore? J'ai encore le harpon? Non. Maintenir pour montrer vos résultats. Ok. Non, câble. Il se casse. Baker Street. Ouais, non. Il n'y a rien pour l'instant. Mr. Watson.
Holmes, please call a cab while I pack my suitcase. We should be late for the train.
Mais dis quoi? Il est un cab? Non mais franchement, il veut pas s'habiller autrement, Holmes, hein? T'as pas... Ouais, non, on va peut-être pas lui l'habiller comme ça, le pauvre. Voilà, habillé comme il était. Ah ouais, pour ranger les... Ok. Meurtre de Woodsmanly. La haute cour du style. Avec plaidoyer de non-coopération, il manque de preuves soulignées par la vote. Le mort on va être sans mal. J'ai l'enquête.
This is where I keep my post.
C'est ici que j'ai conservé. Ouais, ok. Là, il n'y a rien. Ah, mais. What the fuck? Oh. Au secours!
Look after Mrs. Hudson for us, Toby.
Table d'analyse. Non, c'est bon, on va éviter.
My archive. I can always consult with it if needed.
Ok, ça c'est les journaux. Il y en a, c'est quoi ça? Recherche.
My archive. I can always consult with it. My archive.
Ok,
I
c'est
can always
l'archive.
consult.
Chambre de Monsieur Watson. Est-ce qu'il y a quelque chose? Quel le petit secret à Watson? Il n'a pas de secret. Il a l'air d'être très humble.
Watson, I'll hold a cab for us.
Une
We
réserve
leave in
avec
5 minutes for the
pour la
station.
gare dans 5 minutes. Ok. Une semaine plus tard. Ça passe vite le temps chez eux.
What a gloomy night. It was warmer inside the waiting hall.
Since the station master told us that the train is about to arrive, we should not have to wait very much longer.
Yes, at last.
Attention! The train is arriving at the station. Please stand well away from the platform edge.
I'll take your bags.
Ils
and
sont
your
deux.
blasted
MDR,
archive
Trigger.
suitcase. But, Holmes, the headlight. It's faded away.
Something is wrong. I can't hear any sound from the incoming train.
Excuse me, sir. Can you explain what has happened?
I don't know. It's as if the train vanished into thin air.
Holmes, say something.
Quick, fetch a lantern and let us take a look.
It's too dark. Only fog and rails, nothing else.
There is no use in stumbling around here at night. We will come back tomorrow.
Ok. On va enquêter sur un train fantôme. Super. Aucun indice disponible pour l'instant. Oh, en même temps, c'est... Fallait juste attendre.
Well, here we are again at Evesham Station. We have a full day ahead. Let us begin our investigation.
Inspecter la scène. Bien sûr. Alors, normalement, ça allait par là. Parce qu'ils étaient là-bas, donc c'était par là.
This is the place where we saw the train vanish last night.
A discarded item, possibly thrown from the train. There are no tracks or footprints on the ground. Railway sleepers, nothing unusual. The rails have not been touched. There's nothing unusual here. There are no signs to indicate that the train ran off the track, nor are there any other traces. There is nothing whatsoever. There are no clues. But then, a negative result is also a result.
Oh, I see what you're getting at. No clues, and you're smiling.
Yes, Watson, I do smile on occasion. This mystery appears very promising. This investigation won't be simple. We shall require a map of the region.
Perhaps the station master could lend us one. The whole train just disappeared. It's unbelievable.
Voilà, direction le chef de gare. Bonjour, bonjour. Ok, c'est lui avec son vélo. lui.
Good morning. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my friend and colleague, Dr. Watson.
Yes, I remember you. I'm Station Master Everett. You were here last night. So, you are Mr. Holmes, the great detective. Will you be investigating what happened?
I shall indeed.
It is extraordinary that an entire train could disappear like that. And to think of all the poor people inside it, the passengers, the driver.
Cheveux gris. J'aurais deviné, hein, rien que... Signe honorifique. Ok, ça veut dire que ça fait longtemps qu'il est dans... Tâche de terre. Alliance. Oh, je suis trop fort. Information sur le train. Cette carte ferroviaire. Information sur le train d'abord.
Could you please give us any details about the train?
Well, there was nothing so very special about it. At least not that I can recall. My memory's not what it used to be. However, if you need it, you can have the train composition report. It's inside my office.
Thank you.
I would be glad to have a detailed map of the local railway district.
But of course, please, take the one that's pinned inside the waiting hall.
See you later, my good man.
Très coopératif ce petit chef de gare. Moi je dis ça, il va me dire va te faire voir. Même si je lui dis ouais je suis... Voilà. La carte. La carte. C'est une carte. Ouais.
This map will be useful.
Il n'y a qu'une voie. Ouais. Nottingham. Ok. Pas bien compliqué, il n'y a qu'une voie. Parler à Watson. Attends, il n'y a pas autre chose au cas où. J'ai pas loupé un petit truc. Non. Non. Ok. Merde. Excusez-moi, monsieur Watson. Je me suis trompé. Waouh, on aurait dit des latrines. Sac postaux.
Railway post bags.
Des sacs pour le fourgon. Ok. Ok, donc là, il n'y a rien. Donc là, sont là, à mon avis. Ouais. Là, ça, c'est son bureau. Ok. Ah, ils sont cool dans les campagnes, ils laissent tout ouvert.
A telegraph.
Ok, il y a juste le télégramme.
A new telegram.
Nouveau télégramme. Je pense que nous devons rencontrer Monsieur Robinson. À toutes les gares, Monsieur Robinson se trouve. Ok. Composition du train.
Here is the train set.
Ligne Nottingham-Londres, nanana, ok. Composition locomotive tender, voiture première classe, fourgon postal, wagon spécial affrété par Monsieur Robinson. Voiture deuxième classe. Wagon spécial. Je suis sûr qu'il cachait de la coke. Voilà.
According to the train composition report, there was a special wagon. What does that entail?
That's a highly secure car, ordered by a private party. It is generally to carry something of value. Those wagons have iron walls, you know, without any windows, and they're fitted with a complex key lock.
That is important information. Do you know what was inside this particular wagon?
Certainly not. No, that's private, and it's not my responsibility to allot the wagons to whoever.
Il s'agit du train.
Was there anything exceptional about any of the passengers aboard the train?
What do you mean? Like officials? I wouldn't know. Oh, but now that you mention it, yes, there was something. There was a message from Bridlington station saying that the train had been delayed because of an issue with the passengers. What kind of problem that they didn't say?
That is interesting.
Intéressant.
You mentioned a problem at Bridlington Station. I should like to visit this station. Could you mark it on the local map?
Of course. It's a suburban railway station. You might take a cab there.
See you later, my good man.
À plus tard. Yeah. Composition du train, ok. A demandé le chef de l'un a reçu un message informant, ok. B. Wagon spécial. Disparition du train avec passagers. Non. Non. Wagon spécial, aucune trace. Non. Aucune trace. Voilà. Y a rien. Burlington. Attends, viens là, toi. Watson, bonjour.
Holmes, how is it even possible for a train to disappear?
Ah, je ne sais pas, Watson, je ne sais pas.
Railway post bags.
Ok, encore des... Oh, lui s'est pris pour le patron. Range tes jambes. Mr. Robinson, ok. Passager en colère.
This is an absolute scandal. It's always the same with these rail companies. No respect for the customer.
Habit de travail. Billet de deuxième classe. Voilà. Alliance. Ah. Main rugueuse. Portrait complet. Ok. Que s'est-il passé?
Please calm down, sir. What is your concern?
Concern? What is my concern? I'll tell you what my concern is. Last night I were on the train as usual with my colleague, heading home. Then along came this ridiculous ticket inspector, who started arguing that our tickets were invalid. He made us get off the train, and he was extremely rude about it.
Were you aboard the train that vanished last night?
Yes, I heard that it disappeared, but I don't care because we would have stopped before then anyway. Our tickets were valid and no doubt about it. And then, to top it all, the ticket inspector pushed everyone else out too, except for a bunch of rich. Well, because their type don't need a ticket.
Détournement de train.
Can you recall anything more specific about this fortunate group?
Well, yes. They were all foreigners. Spanish-looking
Pagouin.
toffs with snake eyes.
MDR.
Goodbye, sir.
Thank you. Privat, y a pas de privé pour nous. Chef de station. T'as rien pour moi toi avant là que je te... Ah si.
A telegraph.
Télégraphe. Ok. Excusez-moi sir. Y a rien. Parle à lui. Après on va voir Monsieur Robinson. Il a l'air
Good
bien.
day
Hein.
to you, gentlemen. How may I help you?
Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I am investigating the unfortunate disappearance of last night's train.
I see. I'm Station Master Bertram, but my supervisor has not informed me about this. I do not know if...
Do not worry. I have only a few questions.
Problème de passager.
Station Master Everett from Evesham told us that you reported a problem with some passengers last night.
Indeed. This train is a regular line for those who work at Nottingham. But yesterday, everyone was asked to get off the train here at my station. I've no idea why, and it delayed the train. But the worst of it is that now I have to deal with 2 furious passengers who are complaining about the company's service. They stayed here the whole night, but people do not usually pay much attention to the regulations, you see. There are very strict and clear rules. Paragraph 234 of Article 2G-43 states that in the event of a complaint, you must...
Yes, thank you. I understand.
Oh là là, lui nous a servi le manuel quoi. Jeune. Ah, dit vieux, je t'aurais pas cru. Vêtements propres. Instructions. Ah, tâche d'encre. Rien d'inhabituel.
Apart from the passengers disembarking, did you notice anything else that was unusual last night?
I did, and I mentioned it in my report to our higher management on the matter.
What was it?
Sorry, but I can't tell you. The station master's reports are confidential.
Confidential, you say. How long have you been working here?
I've worked here long enough to be quite capable of managing a railway station.
Débutant de la gare, ça va être, je suis sûr.
Apart from the passengers disembarking, did you notice anything else that was unusual last night?
I did, and I mentioned it in my report to our higher management on the matter.
What was it?
Sorry, but I can't tell you. The station master's reports are confidential.
Confidential, you say. How long have you been working here?
I've worked here long enough to be quite capable of managing a railway station.
Let me speak frankly, Mr. Bertram. Your age and your lack of confidence in your position are quite apparent. You cannot deny that you have only recently completed your studies.
I was at the top of my class.
Listen here, young man. I am aware that you wish to protect yourself behind all these regulations, but I represent the law.
And you are obstructing the investigation of an important case. I would suggest that you cooperate with Mr. Holmes. Think of your career.
Oh, Watson, allez, vas-y. Pense à
that
ta
is-
carrière.
Well, I'll tell you everything. First of all, I scolded the ticket inspector, for it was he who asked the passengers to leave the train. It was not his right to do so. He was very rude. And then, later on, I received a most peculiar telegram from my colleague at Chesterfield Station, the next stop along the line.
What did the telegram say?
Well, that was the peculiar thing. It was almost unreadable. It was full of errors and awfully vague. It was hard to understand if the train had correctly passed that station or not. You can read it for yourself.
We ought to visit Chesterfield Station. We need to confirm if the station master saw the train or not.
Ok. Jerry. Arrivé, go. Oh, le LSD. Oh, le LSD, ça picote. Ok. Ah, putain, mais en fait, il n'y a que 3 gars. D'accord. Ok, à demander. Allez hop. Chesterfield. Comme les cigarettes. B. Disparition du train. Télégramme de Chesterfield. Wagon spécial. Aucune trace du train. Il n'y a rien qui correspond pour l'instant. Il est bien. Oh merde. Hop là. On retourne là-bas. Il y en a un que j'ai oublié. Il est bien. Bonjour. Monsieur Robinson.
Good day to you, sir.
Good day. To whom am I speaking?
Oula, change
My
de ton.
name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is...
Are you a representative of this damned railway company? Because I have a complaint.
We are not from the railway company. We are...
Well, in that case, Mr. Shamrock Flomes, please excuse me, but I'm not in the mood for idle chit-chat at the moment.
Toi, je vais te foutre dans une merde. Prétentieux que tu es, va. Vieille barbe, vieille moustache, là. Ouais, chapeau australien, j'avais deviné. Vêtements coûteux. Gros bide. Petite... hein. Chevalier en or, ouais. Oui, il y a un cadenas. Lui, il renferme quelque chose. Coup de crocodile.
You must be Mr. Robinson, is that correct?
Yes?
I am leading the investigation of the disappearing train. It would help if you could answer my questions.
Ah, well, all right. I have nothing to hide.
Rien à cacher. Mais bien sûr.
I presume it was you who placed the order for the special wagon.
Yes. It was to transport my valuable prototype safely to London. My prototype is a revolutionary device. It is capable of producing electricity. I'm a businessman and an engineer. I had already found several potential customers for my invention, but I was very optimistic about the directors' board who were traveling on the train last night.
J'ai pris pour Nikola Tesla, lui.
You mentioned a director's board. Which company do they own?
The Chilean Barcazes Company. I had made an appointment with them. Now they are lost, along with the train and my prototype.
What do you know about the Barcazes company?
It's a large South American company. They showed a great deal of interest in my prototype, and they seemed wealthy enough to do business with.
This revolutionary machine of yours, was it very valuable?
For God's sake, sir, it is priceless. It could change the world we live in, and yet I was selling it for almost nothing.
Qu'est-ce
I
que
am a
t'appelles une bouchée de pain?
humanitarian, you see. I do not know if I will ever be able to get over this disaster. I cannot believe that it disappeared with that damn train.
Mr. Robinson, could you please clarify? Were you traveling alongside your prototype?
Yes, I was. But I had to step off the train. And all because of this stupid station master.
I received a telegram declaring that an important person, a Mr. Bromsby, wished to see you in the waiting room. I merely informed you of this.
Mr. Bromsby is a wealthy gentleman. His interest in my invention was truly unexpected. So yes, of course, I agreed to see him. Unfortunately, he wasn't there. I thought perhaps he might have been delayed, so I chose to wait a while. But despite my requests, the train left the station without me. Absolutely unacceptable.
The timetable is strict. We cannot wait any longer. The regulations require the train to be on time.
You are an idiot. You will pay for it. I will sue you.
The ticket inspector forced all the passengers from the train except for the directors of the Barcazes Chilean Company.
Ok, alors, ça va aller avec... Non. Ok. Allez, c'est un 10. Si je fais ça, non. Ici. Ici. Ok. Si les Chiliens sont restés dans le train, c'était une simple coïncidence. Le contrôleur ne les avait pas vus. Le directeur de la société chilienne a été sciemment laissé dans le train. Le contrôleur a fait descendre de force tous les passagers, hormis les Chiliens. Si les Chiliens sont restés dans le train, ok, on verra plus tard. On verra plus tard avec les autres indices qu'on va trouver. Ok. Direction Chesterfield. Bon. Non, ici, il y a personne. Poubelle.
This bin is full of empty bottles.
A fishing advertisement.
Un réclame de pêche, ok. Laissez-moi rentrer. Oula, lui c'est un poivron, lui. Oulala.
I had thought that all station masters knew the Morse code, but apparently not.
Ben, ça va, lui se met bien, la petit saucisson, fromage, pain. Eh ben.
How could he fall asleep at work like this? Excuse me, sir. Wake up. Ah, his breath. He must have swallowed half a distillery.
And that explains the how.
By his sleeping off the alcohol, you mean? Wake up, please, sir.
What? The 18-hour 72 train has arrived?
Good day to you. We are investigating the disappearance of last night's train, and we should like to ask you a few questions.
Attends. Ivre mort. Nez rouge. Vêtements propres, ouais. Ça on connaît. Alliance. Flasque d'alcool. Ouais, frérot. Cherche pas, on t'a grillé. Fil de pêche.
Were there any passengers who got off that particular train at your station last night?
No, nobody, it seems to me. Although I did not leave my office, so...
No doubt you were very busy.
You don't say. You can't ever get any peace around here. Now you have to send a telegram each time a train arrives and departs.
Station Master Bertram from Bridlington showed me a strange telegram that he received from you last night. It concerned the train, but it was barely comprehensible.
What? He's a fastidious little twerp, that Bertram. I remember everything quite clearly. It was late, and I was tired, but I did my work. So what? There's no need to be so petty.
You were not tired, you were inebriated. Tell me the truth now, or I shall not hesitate to document your state in my report.
My friend means that you will end up by being sacked from your position.
All right. So I was drunk. I don't remember all of yesterday, to be truthful to you. Please don't go harsh on me.
De picoler.
Holmes, this man has consumed a considerable amount of alcohol. He's not entirely helpless yet, but...
It will not be long before he is. Obviously, his testimony cannot be trusted.
Le train est passé en gare Chesterfield malgré le caractère inintelligible du rapport envoyé par le train est passé en gare, le chef de gare était sourd et son témoignage ne paraît pas digne de confiance. Il a pu envoyer son rapport sans avoir vu le train. Déjà, on va faire comme ça. Ça, c'est clair et net. Si les signaux sont restés dans le train, c'est une simple coïncidence. Le contrôleur ne les a pas vus. Tu m'étonnes. Ah non, ça se connecte pas. Merde. C'est pas grave. C'est pas grave. Déjà, hop, on se fait une petite idée. Au bordel.
A handcar wheelbase. Interesting. It appears that elements of the same construction were scattered everywhere. Watson, please tell me, do you believe in magic?
Of course not, Holmes.
Then you are of the opinion that a train cannot simply disappear.
Well, we both know that that is obvious. Why are you asking such peculiar questions?
A little patience, Watson. You will understand my point quite soon. So, are you quite certain that you saw the train at Evesham Station?
Well, yes, of course. We saw it coming. The headlights, and heard the whistle.
But that is it. We didn't see the train itself.
But... Oh, Holmes, I'm a little confused.
Les détachés de l'hydrazine, wagon spécial. Alors ça va aller avec ça. Non? Si ça, ok. L'hydrazine démontée paraît être en prise directe avec notre mystère. Aurait-elle pu passer pour un train? Reconstituons-la pour le savoir. Ok. Ok, donc là, ils vont pas me demander de construire un faux train. Alors, ça...
I should use the appropriate object here.
Un engrenage. Ok.
I should use the appropriate object here. I should use the appropriate object here. I should use the appropriate object here.
J'ai vu un truc s'éclairer par là, là. Ouais.
So, now here we have the fake train that we saw approaching Evesham Station last night.
Doesn't look much like a train to me.
Be patient, Watson, I haven't finished yet. Try using your imagination. Our train requires only a headlight and a steam whistle.
D'accord, ok. Et le sifflet. Allez hop.
I need something long for the headlight to be attached. I need something long for the headlight to be attached.
Il me faut quelque chose de long. Voilà. Monsieur Watson, poussez-vous. Merci.
The long pole is now attached. It will allow us to connect the headlight. The headlight is attached. The steam whistle is now connected.
Holmes, what can we do to make the steam whistle work?
It is elementary, my dear Watson. We shall need a fire extinguisher.
Eh ben, allez chercher un extincteur.
The fire extinguisher. Now let us see what we have here. The steam whistle is ready to be used. Watson, I do believe that we have created an exact replica of the train that vanished in front of us last night. The criminal mind can be most inventive. I am somewhat in awe.
So such a thing is possible. If someone went to all the trouble of creating this fake train, then it was surely with the intention of stealing the real one.
Ah, Watson, you should not jump to conclusions. In fact, this does not tell us very much at all, except that the train did not evaporate into thin air.
Although you half suspected it.
Huh. At any rate, we now need to find where the real train might be hidden. I suggest we use my archives to find a more detailed map of our surroundings.
Well, I hope that justifies our having to load your massive archive suitcase onto the cab. It made us extremely unpopular with our driver.
Alors B. Train factice, pièces détachées, d'hydracine, ça va ensemble, ok. Par contre, wagon spécial, pour l'instant, j'ai rien. Le cocher, il est où mon cocher?
Now we have two maps. We must
Non,
combine
le
them.
carte reste à les associer correctement. Ah, bouge pas. Oh, au secours. J'ai trouvé l'emplacement, mais laissez-moi une minute.
Here it is. There is a side branch to the railway. Its first switch is located between Bridlington and Chesterfield stations. There is one more station to be visited. It is located between Chesterfield and Evesham, and there should be a side railway to the nearby quarry. There is a small section of a railway at the end of Evesham station.
Ok, hop. De toute façon, on va faire l'aiguillage et on va descendre. Mais déjà, elle n'est pas arrivée jusqu'en bas parce que je l'aurais vu passer. Et Watson, merci. Allez, hop. Pas de train. Il faut que je parle à Watson.
Holmes, how is it even possible for a train to disappear?
Là, c'est pas possible parce que j'y étais. Donc, il peut pas aller être ici. Donc, il est là. La station. Très logique. Space. Ici avec.
Holmes, look. There's a flooded area over here.
I believe that the flooded area might be worth checking.
À demander. Il est où? Oh, il a l'air déprimé, notre jeune.
Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is Dr. John Watson. We are investigating the case of the vanished train.
Is that so? Well, good day, gentlemen. I am Mr. Duff, the station master of this station. I'll be happy to help you in any way I can, but there's not much that I can tell you about last night.
T'es un mytho. Toi, tu mens. Bouton manquant. Marque d'alliance. Pas de montre.
Did any passengers leave or board the train last night?
No. I saw no one as usual. I reported the train's passage by telegraph, just the same as all the other nights.
It appears that you may be at risk of some flooding along the line here.
You mean that the whole bloody lake is at our feet?
Quite so. But it is strange, because according to my map, there should be a quarry here, and behind that, the lake.
How should I know? I only arrived here a few months ago.
And where did you work before that?
I was working in Nottingham. But I asked for a quieter place, so they transferred me here. Life is cheaper. I can't really complain.
Goodbye, sir. It is obvious that we cannot inspect the quarry. Instead, we can check the beach area around the flooded lake.
Ok. B. Ah, je voulais faire B.
Here we are at the...
B. Carré inondé de 1. Non. Non. Ok. Oula, 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 oula.
These traces were made by carriage. Look. Nothing interesting here. 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 Nothing interesting here.
Rien de suspect. Il plane ou quoi là? Ça par là, ça par là, ça par là. Ça bon, c'est pas ce que c'est.
Nothing interesting here. 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 Nothing interesting here.
Sérieux là?
Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here.
Non. Mais j'ai fait de partout.
Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here.
Ah, le soleil derrière moi, il me cache des trucs, je suis sûr.
Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here.
Et tout et n'importe quoi.
Nothing interesting here. 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 Nothing interesting
Et
here.
mais il n'y a rien de la terre, de pavé. Enfin, pavé, pierre.
Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here.
Déjà, c'est quoi ce truc-là?
Nothing interesting here. 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 Nothing interesting here.
Ouais, c'est ça qui doit rentrer quelque part?
Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here.
Non mais ils sont sérieux là?
Nothing interesting here. 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 Nothing interesting here.
Il n'y a rien de suspect en fait là. S'il me prend la tête.
Nothing interesting here. 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 Nothing interesting here.
Pas de traces de pas par là. Les traces de fer à cheval.
Nothing interesting here. 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 Nothing interesting here.
Non.
Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here.
On va vraiment passer ce mini-jeu. Non. Oui, si vous quittez ce mini-jeu, notre progression ne sera pas sauvegardée. Quittez quand même. Non, non.
Nothing interesting here. 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 Nothing interesting here.
Ah non mais vas-y, dis-moi pas ça tout le temps là, ça va pas le faire.
Nothing interesting here. 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 Nothing interesting here.
Bon. Est-ce que ça fait un truc si je passe... Pas de réaction.
Nothing interesting here. 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 Nothing interesting here.
Ah, Holmes. S'il te plaît. Merci. Il faut pas que je t'entende à me dire ça tout le temps. Il n'y a rien, quoi. Y a rien. Mais je me concentre peut-être trop sur...
Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here.
Rien de suspect, hein.
Nothing
Ça
interesting
non.
here.
Ça
Nothing
non
interesting
plus.
here. Nothing
Ça non
interesting
plus.
here. Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here.
F1, s'il vous plaît.
Nothing interesting here.
Bon. Réfléchissons 2 secondes. pas de traces de pas.
Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here.
Il y a des trucs là, mais non.
Nothing interesting here. 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 Nothing interesting here.
Là.
Nothing interesting here. 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 Nothing interesting here.
En même temps, si je savais ce que c'était là, ce truc là, ça pourrait peut-être plus m'aider, mais non.
Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here.
Rien. Y a rien. Par là, ça là, mais.
Nothing interesting here.
Ces traces là, elles sont bizarres, mais.
Nothing interesting here.
C'est rien de.
Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here.
Bon, c'est quoi, on va faire les traces.
Nothing interesting here.
On va faire les traces.
Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here.
Ça va part dans les traces, je vois pas.
Nothing interesting here. 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 Nothing interesting here.
C'est une horreur.
Nothing interesting here.
C'est une horreur ce truc.
Nothing interesting here.
Au secours.
Nothing interesting here. 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 Nothing interesting here.
Arrête de me répéter ça, ça m'énerve.
Interesting here. Nothing 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 interesting here.
Ok, déjà la trace du milieu, il n'y a rien.
Nothing interesting here. 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 Nothing interesting here.
Ok, hop. Au secours! Allez, vas-y, détecte-moi un petit truc, là, par pitié, s'il te plaît. Ah!
Nothing interesting here.
Il n'y a rien en fait. Il n'y a rien, il n'y a rien.
Nothing interesting here. No.
On va devenir schizophrène.
Nothing interesting here. 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 The distance between the tracks is about 6 feet 7 inches.
J'ai pas vu que c'était 1 mètre.
The vehicle would have been heavy, as these tracks are quite deep. The vehicle would have been heavy, as these tracks are quite deep. The vehicle pressed this stone into the ground. It would have been quite heavy. These traces are relatively fresh and were made by a large truck loaded with materials.
Ah, il m'a 2. Vous pouvez pas me dire ça c'est 1 mètre. Les traces près du lac sont relativement fraîches. Elles ont été laissées par un grand chariot avec un châssis d'environ de 200 cm, de 2 mètres. Ok. Ok. C'est bon, je peux continuer, je peux avancer ou...
An abandoned gypsy caravan. This place was abandoned fairly recently. Observing the coastline and the moored boats, we are able to see that the lake's water level dropped. The lake has flooded the quarry. The dam was probably breached.
The whole train just disappeared. It's unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Rivage, déchets sur la serre. Bateau. S'il y avait un truc qui part là. Ah, la plaque métallique. Putain, pourquoi il me l'a pas pris tout à l'heure? La Zarpas.
A label with the name Las Zarpas.
Ah, je voulais la retourner. C'est con qu'on ne peut pas... Allez, Holmes, go. Là, tu sais pas courir dans le sable, d'accord. Inauguration de la première voie ferrée. La loi, initialement fait essayer. La plaque est trouvée sur la plage. Saisie de Gonestein, bien Stéphane accusé de cannibalisme. Non. Avoue que là, la guerre des magiciens. Jubilé de l'ordre de la reine, désastre minier à Houston, une étude en rouge. Jacques l'éventreur, oh putain. Non. Un Vénitien condamné pour meurtre. Non, non, ça c'est bon. Inauguration de la première voie ferrée.
My search should be focused upon the name Las Zarpas.
Aux immigrations.
My search. My search. My search should. My search should be focused upon the name. My search should be. My search. My search should. My search should be focused upon the. My se- my my s- my se- my se- my search. My search. My search. My search. My search. My search. My search should be.
Explosion dans une houillère. Non,
My
grave.
search. My search. My search. My search. My search should be focused. My search should be focused. My search should be focused.
Victoire sur l'infanterie, Dieu, non.
My search. My search. My my search. My search should. My search should be. My search should be focused. My search should be focused upon the name Las.
Encyclopédie plutôt. Hein. Ok, les péniches représentent les lignes du transport de vrac lourd. Le label appartient aux Mexicains, Caracal, actif dans le fret, électricité et les mines.
Here it is.
Ok. B. Voilà. Wagon spécial, barge de... Non. Transport lourd. Non. Ok. Les Mexicains se sont récemment servis de barges sur les lacs Sandry pour transporter quelque chose de très lourd. Non, tu crois? Carrière inondée. Ok, télégramme machin, non. Wagon spécial, non. Ok. Disparu avant. Le train est bien passé. Ouais, non, non, non. Et ça, je n'ai rien d'autre à dire. Ok. Sauf que... c'est bon, c'est bon, c'est bon. Dis-moi pas dans les WC, il y a quelque chose. Parce que si je vais par là... Ah ouais, et ouais, et ouais. Mais ai-je fini par ici? Résout le mystère du temps disparu. Les crevards que transportait le wagon spécial, examiner la voie ferrée secondaire qui partait de l'aiguillage. L'aiguillage. Ouh, cette douille. J'arrive. Un peu la petite pause. Fumer une cigarette, boire un petit coup. Et on arrive. À tout de suite.
Voilà.
C'est horrible, mais c'est horrible. Les maps poulies sur laquelle on peut être là, Canyon des
C'est
Héros.
exactement ce que je me disais. Cette map, elle pue le. Elle pue le whiskas moisi depuis il y a 10 ans ou je sais pas quoi.
Ouais, tu sais que le paquet de whiskas il a gonflé quoi.
On part atomiser l'ennemi.
Ça, c'est quand tu ouvres la boîte de whiskas que tu goûtes, tu fais il est bon ce poulet.
Oh, t'es dégueulasse, ça m'a donné des frissons. Alors, je vois pas de quoi tu parles. Je fais que des top 1.
C'est la merde.
C'est la merde.
On a pris la confiance à ce que je vois. Présente votre
Bon vieux
champion.
gros caca du cassoulet moisi.
Ah ouais, non mais
Voyons.
coupe-le.
Look around you. We got men and women in need of medical attention. Now get your asses in gear and do the right thing, or I'm gonna have to.
Mais non. Ah ouais, je savais que lui c'était un bâtard. Ah ouais, congelé et tout, normal. Ah ouais, ok. Je vais me réveiller dans quoi, dans 500 ans, 600 ans? Ah ouais, oh là, vas-y, arrête de discuter, toi, on va... Fin, c'est bon, c'est la fin. Voilà, t'es arrivé à la fin, elle est morte. Super. Le perso épileptique du jeu.
C'est honteux.
Il est trop con. T'es trop con. Tu m'as fait flipper, je me demandais ce que c'était. Sans la bouffe. Ça sent quoi? C'est quoi? Oui, mais c'est quoi à manger? Un peu de tout? Ah, ok. Quoi? Oh, mais non! Ah ouais, Détroit, ouais. Oh. Ça a bien... Vous êtes trop con. Vous êtes vraiment trop con. Putain, là je me suis dit, il y avait quelque chose. Je kiffe. Je kiffe ma vie. Oh vas-y, je sais pas où je suis. Oh vas-y. C'est pas bête. Alors, je suis accroupi, hein. Et je suis en train de quoi? Ouais, sauvegarde. Oh, sauvegarde, 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 sauvegarde. Sauvegarde égale mort dans ce jeu. Je ne vais rien dire. T'es sa victime. Ouais, ouais, c'est tout à fait ça. Au revoir. Oh, j'ai flippé ma race. J'en peux plus de ce jeu, j'en peux plus. Oh non. C'est pas possible. Ouais, allez, on y retourne. Continuez. À l'aiguillage, ça quoi, mais... Mine. Ouvrir, non.
Mines. This is interesting.
Non. Là. Examinez la voie ferrée secondaire qui part de l'aiguillage. Il n'y a que dalle, hein. Je dis ça, je dis rien, mais il n'y a que dalle. Héritage, Bon, on va aller là, mais il n'y a rien. Accident, ok. Barge, ouais. Disparu avant, ok. Carrière inondée, télégramme, wagon spécial, ouais, non, il n'y a rien qui va.
There was a building here not so long ago.
But I don't understand, Holmes. Why would anyone destroy the shed in such a manner?
It was disassembled in great haste. It is most odd.
Passe multiple. Passe de roue. Excuse me.
Holmes, how is it even possible for a train to disappear?
Vestiges, ouais, les vestiges, ok. Il y avait pas quelque chose là? Non. MDR.
Traces. Let's take a closer look.
Allez, on est de retour. Non.
The distance between the tracks is about 6 feet 7 inches. The vehicle would have been heavy, as these tracks are quite deep. These traces are relatively fresh and were made by a large truck loaded with materials. The traces found at the disassembled shed near Evesham and at the lake were from the same vehicle.
Demandez. Il y a un hangar démonté, ok, nanana, porté probablement le matériel. On va demander au gars de la gare là. Je suis sûr qu'il ment là. Il est où là lui là? Viens là, viens là, viens là, viens là. Viens là le vieux là. Viens ici le vieux.
It appears that there was a small warehouse near your station and that it was disassembled. Why is that?
It was burgled overnight about 2 weeks ago. The police have already started their investigation, but I doubt that they'll find anything.
What was inside the warehouse?
Nothing of value. A few 100 feet of standby rails and some spare railway parts. But it wouldn't be easy to steal all of that. Why would anyone want to?
See you later, my good man.
Contrôlez la petite voix. J'ai pas eu le temps de lire. Résoudre le mystère du train disparu. Ok. Passer la gare de Doncaster au peigne fin. Space indice. Vol de voie ferrée. Carrière inondée. Wagon spécial, télé, non. Eh ben, on va passer la gare au peigne fin. Oula, tu vas où, tu vas où?
Funny character. He looks anxious.
And he is not an Englishman. This scent is familiar to me, but in order to recognize it, I must combine my associations into one picture.
Non, ça va là. C'est bon? Ah. Ok. Donc ça va là. Ok.
A greenish brown cigar with a strong aroma, a hint of peppermint. Ricardo.
You already know the name of this man? Holmes, you amaze me.
No, Watson, I refer to the cigar. It is a Ricardo Turrent, a Mexican cigar of an excellent quality. Quite an expensive one, too.
Ah, je serais toi, je l'aurais peut-être éteint, hein? Cendrier.
Newspaper articles on horse racing. Hurdle, steeplechase, and flat racing. He is a true enthusiast, Holmes.
Betting slips for horse racing. Betting slips for horse racing. The sums are quite impressive.
It can be an expensive vice. This man had probably used all his savings.
Lors de rotation de Un important pari hippique. Ok, l'autre il a perdu.
A telegraph.
L'autre. Attends, il est où mon jeune ami là qui s'est barré là? Voilà, je peux pas y aller. Bon, allez, dis-moi que t'as perdu combien, mon ami? Joueur. Pardon.
I observe that you are a gambling man, Mr. Duff. You had hoped that your relocation to this small town might have helped ease your addiction, but it was not to be.
I beg your pardon? Addiction to what?
Les paris épiques.
We found a number of horse racing tickets inside your office. Well, well, we all have our weaknesses. An expensive obsession, surely, for a station master.
It is none of your business. I occasionally attend the races with my colleagues. And anyway, that's my private life.
Goodbye, sir.
Ok.
This ashtray is full of ash and cigar stubs.
Texte examiné.
Apparently, there was a conflict between the Mexicans and the Chileans. This ashtray is full of ash and cigar stubs. A greenish-brown cigar with a strong aroma, a hint of peppermint. These ashes and cigar stubs are similar to the one that we found on the floor. Some of the stubs were recently smoked. There are others that appear fairly old.
That means that the fellow spent several days here. Judging by his clothes, he's hardly a traveller.
Well concluded, my dear fellow. A man who smoked the Ricardo brand of Mexican cigar spent several long days at Doncaster Station.
Ouais, il est parti par là, lui. Il est où, lui? Où il s'est planqué? Oh, il s'est planqué. Bah vas-y, il est parti où? On va me demander. Mexican.
There was a gentleman of Mexican origin, I believe, in the waiting room. Did you notice him?
What? A Mexican? Here in the back of beyond? Are you quite sure about that?
Toi, t'es suspect, frère.
Goodbye, sir.
Toi, t'es suspect de ouf.
Watson, would you like some tea?
No.
Tu m'étonnes. Tu tires. Il s'est barré où ce Mexicain là?
This ashtray is full of ash and cigar stubs.
Ça, ok, là, y a rien. Holmes, merci.
A telegraph.
Télégraphe, ouais, ok.
This railway branch should... The rail is rusted and looks old, but the railway is still usable. The switch is rusted, but it still works. The railway ends here. That is strange.
Vol de voie ferrée. Vieille voie. Hop, hop. Quelqu'un a volé les rails pour réparer temporairement le tronçon manquant de la voie ferrée qui mène à la carrière inondée. Ok. Vol de 1. Le train a pu être englouti par la carrière inondée de 1. Ok. Le train ne peut pas être englouti dans la carrière inondée parce qu'il manque un tronçon de rail de la vieille voie. Oh la connexion de fou. Le train a été englouti dans la carrière inondée. Non. Ouais, donc ça veut dire que ça, c'est comme ça. Allez! Ok. Space. Vol de voie ferrée. Rien qui... Ok.
The whole train just disappeared. It's unbelievable.
Il vient pas de disparaître, ça fait au moins 2 jours qu'il a disparu. Qu'est-ce que tu me racontes, Watson? Pour éviter... Tout m'avait entendu. Ok, c'est les voies. Ok. Donc comme ça, le train partira direct. Ok, cool. On peut jouer à la première personne aussi. Ok. Toi, t'es d'un suspect,
You'll
frère.
find nothing interesting here, I'm afraid.
Ok, alors attends. Découvrez ce que ok, résoudre le mystère du transfert. Examiner la voie ferrée secondaire qui part de l'aiguillage. Passer la gare de Lancaster au peigne fin. Il me manque encore quelque chose. Il me manque encore quelque chose. Ça déplacer, non, ça sert pas à grand chose. Mais est-ce que je... Oh. Hop, non, il y a pas quelque chose là. J'ai plané. J'ai plané. Ok, j'ai plané.
The whole train just disappeared. It's unbelievable.
Les rails, ça... Ouais, ok, ça c'est bon. Oh, merci. Et là, il y a un train qui arrive. Mr. Holmes est décédé. Il n'y a que là où je me suis pas aventuré. Ah, j'en étais sûr. L'aiguillage, je peux pas. Ok, là je peux pas. Il me manque un truc.
You'll find nothing interesting here, I'm afraid.
Peut-être tu m'énerves à me dire ça là, parce que j'étais trop suspect, t'as pas de... T'as pas de montre.
Railway post bags. This post bag belongs
Ça qui
to the
appartient au chef
station
de gare. Petit cachotier. Cabinet d'avocat, en réponse à votre dernier appel, je tiens à vous assurer que je ne tarderai pas à honorer l'intégralité des traites restant dues conformément à mes dettes. Sincèrement, non, ok. En plus, il avait des dettes. Ok, ça veut dire que lui, il est dans le coup.
The station master appears to have found himself in some financial trouble.
Tac tac Alpine Belfort, ma chérie, cette fois, je te supplie de me faire confiance, j'aurai bientôt largement assez pour rembourser notre hypothèque. Je te demande de juste quelques jours, tu peux continuer à occuper la maison sans moi puisque c'est ce que tu souhaites. Sache que je tiens toujours à toi, j'espère que tu finiras par me pardonner malgré tout le tort que je t'ai causé ces dernières années. Bien à toi, Édouard. Édouard est dans la merde, Édouard. Fond du chef. Les vols de voie ferrée, non. Ok, le train n'est pas passé, donc le chef de gare a menti à son rapport. Il avait désespérément besoin d'argent, il a peut-être été soudainé. Le train est passé en agréable comme l'indiquait le chef de gare. Là, là. Et si je fais ça... ouais. Non. C'est bien. Là, comme ça. Et ça, c'est quoi? Le train n'a jamais arrivé à là, il a été escamoté auparavant, ce que nous avons... ok. Ok. Pour l'instant, tout colle. Mais le mystère, voilà, il va s'expliquer. Excuse me. Thanks.
You'll find nothing interesting here, I'm afraid.
Ok, tu veux pas parler. Stack. Examiner la voie ferrée secondaire qui part de l'aiguillage. Ça, c'est un dernier. Non, alors maintenant que je sais. Découvrir ce que transporter avec ce wagon spécial. Réseau du mystère du... Ok. Donc là, je vais aller à... l'aiguillage, mon brave. B, déduction. Space. Vol de voie ferrée. Non. Ça va. Ok.
It would be quite possible for someone to redirect the train towards the mines. The switch is rusted, but it still works.
Ok, ça je pouvais pas le faire tout à l'heure. Donc ça fait que là, je peux aller aux mines. Et dans les mines, je vais trouver le train. Non, toujours pas ça. Mais en fait, si... si je fais ça comme ça, que je fais ça là, il n'y a rien qui va. Il n'y a rien qui va, donc ça serait ça. Et ça. Et ça, ça serait là. Ce qui me donne cette connexion là. Mais.
Here are the mines, Holmes. They appear to be abandoned. Holmes, how is it even possible for a train to disappear?
A lightly loaded vehicle came this way. The distance between the tracks is about 4 feet 8 inches. There is a wooden beam lying on the rails. A small vehicle with wooden beams went down this way.
Examiner les mines et découvrir s'il est possible de dissimuler un train. Bien sûr, bien sûr. Nous allons faire ça tout de suite.
This mine has completely collapsed, Holmes.
It is curious, but to be truthful, I am not entirely surprised.
It's difficult to
Someone removed these
Quelqu'un a retiré ces
screws, most
tire-fonds sans
probably
doute
to
pour
take
enlever
down the
les rails.
rails. A few feet of the rails have been dismantled.
Eh ben, rail manquant. Et... Ok, quelqu'un a volé les rails pour réparer temporairement le tronçon manquant à la vieille voie ferrée qui mène à la carrière inondée. Quelqu'un a volé les rails qui mènent dans les mines. Train coulé, non. Effrayé. Y'a rien qui va. Non. Ce qui me fait 4 connexions. La direction d'un sciemment laissé dans le train. Le contrôleur fait descendre. On va prendre cette option-là. Space, mine effondrée, wagon spécial. Non. Époulement, paquet, F. Il y a un paquet, donc ça là, non. Mean Girl, ok. Ok, non. Ah ah. Boîte métallique.
This box must be the safe. Let's open it.
merci, allez.
The Mexican company Caracal and the Chilean Barcazas both want to buy the mines. I need more information. Perhaps Mycroft could help.
Nous informons que dorénavant les représentants du groupe 1 pourront accéder librement au site. Cette société est en effet le futur propriétaire des mines. Par ailleurs, il convient de refouler systématiquement tout représentant du consortium Caracal. Et ce, dès aujourd'hui. L'avant-contrat de vente est nul et non avenu. Ne nous fournissez aucune explication. Ces informations sont confidentielles. D'accord.
Watson, it seems that both South American companies were involved in the purchase of the mine.
The man at Doncaster who flared our approach, he smokes Mexican cigars. Perhaps...
Yes, Watson. We should certainly speak with him.
Faut que je parle à l'autre là, mais il s'est barré. En savoir plus sur le... Ok. Ouais, mais avant... Excusez, mais... Ah, on peut même pas sauter. Ok. Pas très sportif le Mr. Holmes. Si je fais ça, examiner les mines et découvrir s'il est possible de dissimuler un train. Mais attends, viens là, parce que moi je sais que j'ai un paquet là-bas.
This is an unusual kind of paper, stiff and dry. It was used for a specific purpose. Let us look inside. Sawdust. I am almost certain it is a... Watson, could you assist, please? Do you have your pistol? Good. Fire at this package.
Eh?
Dynamite.
Dynamite. Ok. Donc mine effondrée égale explosion des... Attends. Chimie, un groupe machin, ça non. Non, et non. Mine effondrée, explosion des mines. Ok, les mines ont été diminuées. Quelqu'un voulait qu'elles s'effondrent. On a fait effondrer des mines pour dissimuler le train. Une fois ce dernier à l'intérieur, on a diminué les lieux. Oh, si je prends celle-ci. Ah. Effectivement, mais si je prends ça. Il y a un truc qui est pas logique. Si je ne peux pas faire comme ça, et que ça, je le mets là. Non, il n'y a rien qui va. Donc ça va aller là. Ça va aller là. Ok, mais sabotage. Ici, le train a coup. Il me manque, à mon avis, il me manque une connexion. Ok. Donc, on va retourner. Découvrir ce que... Non, utiliser le télégraphe pour enquêter sur... Ok, trouver l'homme qui fume le cigare dans la salle d'attente de... Ok. Donc on va...
This suitcase contains my archives.
Lancaster là. On va utiliser le télégraphe. Après, j'interroge. Après, j'interroge notre ami le Mexicain. Tu m'excuses pas. Hop.
Please, sir, we would ask you not to leave. We have some questions.
Are you the police?
No, we are employed by the railway company. We are collecting witness statements about the train that disappeared last night.
Lo siento, I'm in a hurry.
Really? It seemed that you were waiting here for someone. Could you tell us if you were at the station last night?
No, I just arrived from South America.
A formidable journey, no doubt. Which country are you from?
De Chile.
De Chile. Frère, t'es coupable. T'es coupable, cousin. Read. Le pape. L'arche carrure, ouais. Mais vous croyez mexicain?
Chile? But you are Mexican.
No, you are wrong. Why would you think I'm Mexican?
Oh. Ah.
Because of your cigars.
Sí, cigarrillos. So what?
Those cigars are the Ricardo brand, from Mexico. It is quite impossible to find them anywhere but there.
Pero not your business.
I don't suppose that you are on vacation. What business brought you here?
I was to meet my fellow compañeros. Where did you arrive yesterday? They were on that damn train. I will stay here and hope that the authorities find them, or their bodies. It's now my responsibility to repatriate them.
Who authorized you to do that?
The company I work for.
Could you tell me the name of the company?
It's not your concern.
And what is your name?
Enough questions. Buenas tardes.
Not a very friendly man, and he is lying.
Utilisez le télégraphe. Hop, le télégraphe. Tac, 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 tac. Il est là. Hop là.
I asked Mycroft to find out some information on the WEA Coal Company. Here is his reply, and it is an interesting one.
Les autres, respectivement chiliens et mexicains, vous voulez toutes les deux acheter des mines, ok. Une promesse de vente est préparée. Normalement, le groupe chilien est parvenu, grâce à ses relations, à rafler les mines sous le nez de son concurrent. D'accord. Donc, eh ben, ça va faire ça avec ça. Et l'assassin mexicain avait une dent contre le groupe 1 qui avait rappelé. Et si je fais après. Les Mexicains n'avaient aucune rancœur contre les Chiliens. Les affaires sont les affaires après tout. Les Mexicains de Caracas avaient une dent contre le. Ouais, mais. Oh, quoique, faut voir si je prends ça. Hein. Il va falloir. Ok. Donc, à mon avis, découvrir ce que transportait le wagon spécial.
Holmes, how is it even possible for a train to disappear?
Watson, poussez-vous. Merci.
You'll find nothing interesting here, I'm afraid.
Donc si je fais ça, je fais ici. L'aiguillage j'ai fait, les mines j'ai fait, la plage j'ai fait. Ça. Ça c'est comme quoi le train a disparu, ok. Donc ça, normalement on va aller là. Il y a un truc qui va pas. Le train n'est pas passé en gare. Ok, mais si je fais ça et que ça avec ça, le train a été enseveli dans l'effondrement des mines. D'accord. La direction a été sciemment laissée dans le train contraint. Ok. Cachette. Si je fais ça. Non. Ah là, ça correspond. Ça, la société mexicaine avait une dent contre le groupe chilien. Là, on va la direction est sciemment laissée dans le train. Ok. Les Mexicains sont sciemment laissés dans le train. Voilà pourquoi le contrôleur a fait descendre de force tous les passagers, hormis les Chiliens. Retour à l'enquête. Ok, j'ai la théorie. Maintenant, il faudrait que l'autre con là, il est où? Ah, bien.
I will not move from here until I receive my refund.
It's a scandal. An absolute outrage.
Oh!
Don't touch anything, please.
Oh, attends. Interstitiel dans le sol, feuille de papier. Ah ah! Prendre. La police d'assurance pour la machine d'Orbanson. Une somme rondelette. Assurance ouvrière département remerciante pour son prototype de générateur électrique autonome. La présente police couvre la perte totale ou réputée totale du prototype jusqu'à un maximum de 50% de sa valeur. Montant maximum la couverture 15 000 livres sterling. Ok, durée de l'assurance 1 an, reconductible. On va lui demander à lui là. Et t'as voulu me la faire à l'envers.
According to this document, you have insurance for your prototype.
Oh, thank God. Where did you find it?
Near the telegraph station.
I must have lost it when I tried to send a message, which I was prevented from doing.
I apologize for that, but regulations state that public access to the telegraph is strictly prohibited.
Upon my word, you keep on digging that hole of yours. You have no idea who I am.
I see that you kept your grip sack with you. Why don't you leave it in the luggage room?
I've had other things to think about. I lost my prototype. And this idiot station master just stands here doing nothing to help.
Oh, but...
Well, that won't do at all. Station master, I believe that the regulations state that any passenger luggage should be taken to the luggage room.
I'll do it right away, sir. Sorry, sir.
This Robinson is quite a character. We should learn more about him.
I will not move from here until I receive my refund.
Ouais, c'est bon, on a compris, t'inquiète.
Don't touch anything, please.
Tu l'as mis où ton truc là? Examiner les affaires de Robertson en consigne à Brune. Ok. Alors, la mise en consigne, les consignes, je crois que c'est bien le truc de poste.
This gripsack belongs to Mr. Robinson.
I think we should open it, Holmes. This is what they call force majeure. I'll keep watch.
Of course.
Nice. Bon, qu'est-ce qui me cache le gros là? Ah, des contrats.
Look, Watson, a bundle of contracts. Very suspicious.
La présente constitue
We
un
shall
contrat de
study
vente
them
exclusif
carefully.
portant sur l'avancement des stocks prototypes.
An exclusive sales contract. Mr. Robinson is the seller. Yet another exclusive sales contract. Mr. Robinson is the seller. Yet another exclusive sales contract. Mr. Robinson is the seller. Mr. Robinson is the seller.
C'est la même chose. T'es sérieux?
Yet another exclusive sales contract. Well, it is very clear that this Mr. Robinson received prepayments from various people for his machine.
Escroquerie. La direction est un désastre pour M. Robertson malgré les intentions de fraude. Il a perdu plus qu'il ne peut en tirer puisque l'assurance ne couvrira pas le coût total du prototype. La disparition de la machine est un désastre pour M. Robertson malgré ses intentions de fraude. Il a perdu. Ok. Grâce à l'assurance et aux multiples contrats exclusifs, il a signé pour nous, il touchera une jolie somme d'argent du prototype. Les Chiliens ont escamoté le train pour voler le prototype. Non. Vol du prototype. Les Chiliens ont volé le prototype Robinson pour s'enrichir. Il faut contacter. Non. Non, 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 non. Me semble que. Franchement, si je mets ça... Si je mets ça là... Avec ça là... Ça là... Mexicain, chilien, Brésil. Non, hop. Je mets ça, que je mets ça pour aller là. Tout correspond. Ça me fait une connexion. Vol de prototype, sabotage, non. Les Chiliens ont volé le prototype et ont enseveli le train dans l'effondrement des mines pour dissimuler leur crime. Les Chiliens ont volé le prototype pour s'enrichir et pour contacter un... Robinson victime. Les Chiliens ont escamoté le train pour voler le prototype de Robinson. Non. Fraude à l'assurance. Robinson est un homme sans scrupules, prêt à sacrifier des vies pour s'enrichir. Contactons destin pour laisser la police. Alors, toute cette affaire n'est qu'une question de gros sous. Monsieur Robinson est un fraudeur. Avec l'aide de ses sbires, il a enseveli le train et sa machine factice dans les mines pour récolter une fortune en prime d'assurance. À la foutre. Yes, allez, c'est une fraude à l'assurance. Ta machine.
Then the case is solved, Holmes. What do you intend to do?
Well, I shall require assistance for the arrests. There were accomplices.
Ah, but I know that look. You have your own ideas. What are they, Holmes?
On the one hand, we have Mycroft and his tedious political games. He will locate the guilty parties without any trouble. But it will be a long and drawn-out process, and possibly with some compromise that will be to Mycroft's benefit. Our other option is the local constabulary, and advice from our friend Lestrade. The problem we have there is that the authorities seem to be incapable of acting quietly. They rely on brute force. It could result in an international scandal. All the same, I think that I prefer the forces methods. It would be better to resolve the case quickly and efficiently, without any talk of politics.
Let us go home, then. I'd like to begin writing a draft of this story.
I did not say that we had finished here yet.
Well, all right. What did I miss?
Nothing. I only want to stop our dear Mr. Robinson before he realizes we have cornered him. Let us go.
Arrêtez, Monsieur Robinson. Eh bien, petit escroc, va. Petit gros escroc.
Mr. Robinson, we must ask you to remain here until the police arrive.
The police? But why?
You are one of the suspects in our case of the vanished train, which, by the way, involves the death of all its passengers.
What? Is this a joke?
I can assure you that it is not.
This is outrageous. You don't know who you're dealing with. I am an influential man, and you shall regret this.
We know perfectly well who you are. We also know where the train is. The police shall be happy to find it. And as for your exclusive sales contracts...
Ah, Allez, classer l'affaire. Joueur parvenu à la même conclusion, 2%. Joueur ayant fait le choix moral, 61%. Eh ouais, c'est un escroc, juste. On est juste. Bain de sang. Ouh là 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 là. Et stop. Bon, moi je vais m'arrêter là pour maintenant. Peut-être que je reviendrai ce soir, je ne sais pas. Je verrai, je vais voir si mes acolytes ont envie de jouer à Back 4 Blood. Ça m'étonnerait, mais bon, on verra bien. Sur ce, ben, bonne soirée à ceux que je ne revois pas. Peut-être à tout à l'heure. Des bisous à tous. Ciao, ciao, ciao.